I'm inspired by many different areas of design and art, obviously, whether it's going to see an exhibition, going to see something at the theatre, dance, performance, architecture, nature, of course, and technology, and how sometimes technology follows what nature does, looking at what's new, what's fresh, new challenges. I get the goosebumps on the back of my neck when I see an incredible car, whether it's a car from the 50s or from 2020. And for me, that's what design's all about, doing something that makes you look, stare, and say, wow. We have design principles within Aston Martin, and if you consider we're a 108-year-old brand and we've made just shy of 100,000 cars, so our cars are very rare, but you'll recognize that they're all beautiful. And beauty becomes a really important part of that design process, and beauty is driven by proportion, by the golden ratio, if you like. And that gives the car its proportion. It's therefore its stance, how long the hood is versus the canopy, and if you flip it into mid-engine, where does that canopy sit? So guiding principle, always beautiful, follow the proportional rule, and then it's simple, it's pure, and it's magical. The dynamic of pure surfaces, it should look natural, so the surfaces should appear consequent with the highlight lines. And all of that is the work that we put into the surfaces to define what an Aston Martin is. Purity, simplicity, a magical dynamic, but above all beautiful. The starting point for creating the livery, the colour, was looking back at history, looking back at where Aston Martin had been, what colours it's famously raced in. It seems quite obvious Aston Martin races in green, but the deliberation of which particular green, how do we modernise that, how do we bring that into the context of 2021, that was the journey. And that started the first time I met Lawrence, 9 to 12 months ago. We started that journey. The green is an incredible green. And then actually it's very simple, it's very pure. And that purity was part of that journey, getting a striking car with a striking colour. And when you see this car in the sunlight, it is incredible. I mean, we've been through a lot of iterations of how strong is the branding, how strong is the accent color, the iterations of the green, the formulations of green, the repeatability. And don't forget, we've had to formulate that color for our road cars as well. So the color swatches are endless. The tweaks, the minor changes are endless. But now, I think we have the perfect Aston Martin racing green. It's an incredible honour to be involved with the team, Aston Martin F1, and Aston Martin, and to see the teams come together, to see the team representing Aston Martin on the racetrack. It's an incredibly proud moment. I've had the opportunity to develop some amazing cars through my career, and now I get to see Aston Martin in a green car on an F1 grid competing to win. And I'm proud of the team, I'm proud of my team, I'm proud of everyone involved, and it's going to be such an exciting day when we hit the racetrack.